Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the Scrap and Roll MMA podcast. I'm your host, Sky. We got your host, Jace, in the building. We are back. This episode will not be as long as the other ones because we are preparing for next week's episode. Once again, we film on Tuesday night. So next week, the 22nd, we will be live. We'll do it live.
We'll
Somebody
do it
call in.
live.
Bill O'Reilly.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, so 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all can look up where you're at in the world and how that coincides with those times. But we will be on here live. Guests that have come on from the past, a lot of them will pop in for 10, 15 minutes and, just kick it and talk crap. So y'all can ask us questions live.
Yeah, this is your time. You want to go one-on-one with the great one, the chosen one, the Jace. Just bring it. Damn, nails are terrible.
Struggle nails.
It's all right, though. They're about to get dead. Real quick shout out to myself. I'll be in Vegas this weekend, LV, for the When We Were Young Festival. If any of your listeners are there, comment below. We'll link up, and you can buy me a beer.
At the top of my lungs in her arms, she died. Emo forever. I love My Chemical Romance. All right.
I'm going to see them.
I know. I seen that they're going to be there. I seen them on
They're fucking headlining.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's get into it. The UFC last weekend, the card was it was all right. We're going to quickly go through it. We're not going to spend a whole bunch of time here. From start to finish, it just was. It was something that was on TV. Shout out to Thimba. Thimba did his thing against Nico. I thought he was going to get him out of there.
Listen, I'm just glad the nigga came there not super ashy. Thank you.
Hey, maybe The Rock sent him some of that Diddy baby oil or something. I don't know. real quick, would you let another man buy you a house? Or at least pay your rent for a year?
Yes.
That's right.
I'm not in my feelings. I'm not, listen, ego aside, nigga, you want this smoke? You know what rent prices are? Yo, dog, I appreciate you. Now, I ain't
in Florida.
I'm not about to get baby oil up by somebody over it. Oh, I don't know. It depends.
But let me clear my throat.
Oh, no, enough money. Shit. Fuck the bullshit. That's like that clip where it goes, for $1 million, I'm sucking a dick. Damn! I didn't even get my shit off. That's one of my favorite clips. It's one of my favorite clips.
Facts.
Real fast, man. I know your boy's about to get cut. CJ, you're a big fan we're a big fan of you on the pod. We hope you can come back, bro. I know it's coming. You're
might not.
Shit.
O'Day's still there.
What? Well, but O'Day did have. I mean, he lost, obviously, but it was a little more. What?
Yeah, it was no obvious. He was on a 2-fight winning streak coming into that. I don't think he's gonna get cut.
No, he wasn't. That's
he
2
was.
losses in a
right
row.
Here.
Loss.
Oh, that was a loss. That's because he was going against some Uzbekistani dudes.
The first humans.
All right, so he was on a loss, 2 wins. I don't think they'll cut him. I think they like him enough to keep him around for one fight. But yeah, real quick, absolutely hilarious. Danny was watching the Daniel Rodriguez Alex Moreno fight, and she goes, "I feel like D-Rod should fight. The way that he looks, I feel like he should strike better than that." I was like, "Why are you judging that man like that?"
Hey, I appreciate it. It's the eye test. Anyone who's ever played pickup basketball, nigga, you got to pass that eye test. You can be the best player out there, but you might not even get picked if you don't pass the eye test.
Facts. We got Grant Dawson, finally got a win.
Favorite.
My
Your favorite.
God. Dropped a nice little promo at the end, you know what I mean? I actually like that. Shout out to the men who, are actually like women, like their wives, because there's a lot of these whole red pill men that don't really like women, and y'all are just broed up and gotta be, and y'all are just fucking weird to me. But here he was shouting out his wife, talking about she got a dump truck that you can bounce a quarter off of. I'm like, yeah, bring back men that actually like women, because y'all don't.
Hey, it was Red Penny night.
I actually think him and his wife look alike, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I mean, he is from the South, but let's keep it moving.
Yeah, Chitty got it done.
Chitty chitty bang bang.
Ji Young Park got it done, and then the Brandon Royval Tatsuro Taira fight was fire in the fucking hole. And the whole time I'm watching this, first of all, it comes out in the first round, and I'm thinking Brandon's about to get him out of here. Brandon is about to get him out of here. Second round comes, Tatsuru takes him down, some great grappling exchange. Third round, Brandon comes out, about to get him out of there for real, for real. Like, that possibly was close to being a 10-8. Like, but Tatsuru takes him out. Fourth round, listen, going into the fifth, it's 2-2. You know what's happening.
You know what's happening.
I didn't think that it was a split decision at all. I think it was clear that Brandon won the fight. Brandon, like, as soon as it was over, I texted everybody. I'm like, Brandon Royval is a dog. Like, raw an dog. Absolute dog. Like, yeah.
Raw dog.
He's the dog that he says he is. I thought that it was a great fight. And
listen. If it wasn't for Pantoja just being that motherfucking dude, he'd be champ. Don't be smacking your lips.
I cannot. Speaking of Pantoja,
Ooh, what do you think about that?
He got a new fight. It's funny because, like, CJ regularly watches other organizations, but he really watches a lot of One. So I texted CJ and I was like, "Oh, isn't that the guy that came over from One?" He was like, "No, he's from Rising." I was like, "Damn, I'm low key racist."
They all look alike. Damn.
Man, they didn't call me. But yeah, so he's coming in straight to a title fight, and
how do you feel about it?
If I don't care. Couldn't care.
Is it that you don't care about him? You don't care about the division?
I don't care about anybody except for Brandon Moreno at 125. So
why? He's a loser.
He's also a former champion.
Former means he lost.
Yeah, there's all champions have lost except for Habib.
That's not true. Some champions get just suspended.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really care. It is what it is. Like, if I'm a flyweight, I'm pissed off. If I'm Kai Kara France that just cleared Steve Ursak's clock, I'm pissed. But I'm not them, obviously.
I think, the 125 is trying not to repeat what they're doing at 155, which is just rent, cycle, repeat.
Yeah.
Let's just get some other blood in there and just, see what the fuck happens. I mean, granted, Pantoja's going to still on this motherfucker because he's, arguably, he's definitely the best 125 in the world now. He wins 2 or 3 more fights. You might be talking about him the greatest ever at 125.
Nah, nobody over Demetrius Johnson, who has 11 consecutive championship wins in a row. We're not going to do that.
We'll see what happens. And he was
doing it in style. Over there, suplex into an armbar. Come on.
We'll see what happens.
Pantoja is a dick-riding fucking crotch sniffer.
What do you got to give Pantoja?
I can't. He's boring as fuck.
He's a winner.
He's a winner, yes. Just like Belal is a winner, and Belal is a champion, and y'all can't stand
Speaking of Belal, oh my God.
Shout out to Belal being an active champion, not ducking no smoke. He ain't ducking no smoke.
Oh, my
He's
Atlanta.
Taking on Shavkat. I can't wait for Belal to win.
I cannot wait for
Shavkat
to get him out of there. Stop playing. Stop playing. Shavkat. You know Shavkat about to beat the brakes off this nigga.
Hey, first thing I told Jace, I had called Jason. I was like, man, like this is equivalent. If Belal wins, it's equivalent to Max Holloway getting a title shot. He goes, stop lying. I'm calling cap. He's like, nothing will make you happier than Max Holloway being a 2-time featherweight champion with the BMF belt. And I was like, you right.
If this is your first time watching a pod, I'll let you know that my sister, Sky, is my real life sister. And I don't say this, fucking being awkward. She's the biggest Max Rider, dick rider on the planet. Besides his wife, obviously.
Might need to check the DNA on my twins. Make sure that they're not Holloways. Their ears too small.
They got that 6 Island blood, eh?
Hey, nah, you know what? Carlos Uberg is my baby daddy for real.
The Kiwi?
Yeah, man.
The Kiwi?
Yeah, he's not winning. After seeing like Khalil get done like that, he is not. Anyways, that's off topic.
I wonder who he is gonna fight next though, because I mean he was about to get a fucking title shot.
He was about to go up against Jamal.
Yeah.
He's gonna, that'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Real quick, speaking of Ilia, speaking of Max, they did a face to face. How did you feel about it?
Oh man, I loved it. It was great. It was if y'all haven't watched it, you have to go watch it. It was fantastic. The back and forth. You can you can tell that there's real smoke here. Like there's a real what's a good word? Disdain that they have for each other. What do you think?
I I think the first thing I texted Jace was that Ilia Topuria is childish. He's a child, and I felt like Max just kind of looked at him the same way he looks at his son, literally. Like Rush, Max Holloway's son, might be more mature than Max. Like Max just literally just looked at him and was just like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, look at this dude. Like, what is he doing?" Like, I thought it was corny, the whole BMF thing. I thought that was corny, weird. I know that Ilia's trying to get under his skin. I don't think he got under Max's skin. I think Max is just he's just looking at him like this dude's a fucking loser.
I disagree. I think Ilya is getting. I think Max sees Ilya as like that fucking gnat at a barbecue. You know, the ribs just got done, potato salad on the plate. You know what I'm saying? You got a Hawaiian sweet roll. You feel me? And right when you about to dig in that motherfucker, fly land right on your rib. You like, what the fuck? And just instantly in your feelings.
Yeah, I don't think so. Only because I watch a lot of Max Holloway more than the average person does. I just don't
Creepy.
think that he gives a fuck. I think that Max has a chip on his shoulder. I think Max feels like exactly like what happened. Like they didn't take him through Max Holloway because they wanted somebody to actually be able to fight for the belt. And so they gave him to Volkanovski off, and I feel like he just feels like okay, he hears the chatter, like he heard the chatter with everybody else, and he's on that revenge trip. I don't think he's actually like annoyed by Ilya. I don't think that he gives a fuck. I really think that Max Holloway, even though he's a nice dude, I think that he's like everybody has to have like that. Every fighter, I should say, has to have that off switch where you're like an asshole, like that alternative part of you. And I feel like Max just doesn't give a fuck about Ilya.
I couldn't disagree more, especially in the interview. I felt Max. I felt. I mean, I'm going to be honest here. I felt both of them were getting emotional. I feel
I
like that
You think?
vitriol for each other is real.
I don't think who you think has visceral hate. I think Ilya was playing. I thought that he was like literally being a child, like just trying to like say or do anything like that little sibling, me being the baby of the family, like just
You were
jabbing and
annoying as
poking.
fuck growing up. Good
I know.
God.
And I feel like that's what Ilya was doing. Like he was just doing anything. Like when he bought the belt and he was like just talking shit and just he was just trying to throw anything to see if it stuck. You know what I mean? And Max was literally just sitting there like, all right, yeah, we're gonna find out October 26th. Like only thing that he like actually came back with was like, well, he told him he was gonna take that was a smooth line. He said, I'm gonna take your I hope you like churros. And I was like, oh, that boy been cooking. And he called him a liar, which he was lying. Like I don't know why Ilya and I think Ilya is lying and saying like, "Oh, they made you have to fight me," and it's like, dude, after the interview, he called you out. Like nobody's like, we already know that that's a lie, but I know that I feel like Ilya was saying that just started like, all right, how can I like irritate you? And Max is like, this dude is a fucking liar. Like I think he's, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
Make
know.
you feel on the exchange.
I felt like though what Ilya said was real, in regards to like Max, you know what I mean? Like at the end with him and Justin when he pointed to the ground, yes, epic moment. Yes, lost my shit. Yes, screaming at the top of my lungs, waking up my neighbors, zero fucks given. But if you really, really break it down, you know what I mean? He just threw. There was no skill involved.
All right, you guys. So we filmed this Monday night instead of Tuesday nights like we typically do. And we had technical difficulties, which typically doesn't happen. And when I come to cut the video today, I see that none of it recorded. So we literally recorded over an hour podcast talking about a whole bunch of stuff. We got spicy and everything, and it's gone. It's completely gone. At least next week, we're gonna do it live. Shout out to Bill O'Reilly. I'm gonna put a clip in here right now. We'll do it live. Make sure that you guys come on and support, ask us any questions live, and we will see you next week. Sorry for not being able to give you guys this awesome podcast, but we will be back next week live, 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, peace.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. Well, no. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.